Hi everyone. So this episode originally ran in 2022, and it's just an iconic Pop Apologist episode. It's about a very ill-fated afternoon where I tried to be a domestic goddess and make a beautiful meal for Kagan, my husband, and all things went awry. Also, there's just some fun Pop Apologist lore in this episode. I talked about a business I tried to create, actually two businesses. One called Fresh Homemade Cookies, a business that was truly an ingenious startup idea that failed early on. And then another business, which is actually still running, it's called Retain Finance. So anyway, I just wanted to provide that context in case anyone was confused. I hope you all have an amazing Christmas week. Merry Christmas. We love you guys. Thank you for giving us the grace to take a breather ourselves this week, and we will be back next week with a brand new, fresh episode. Love you guys.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 Pop Apologist podcast.
Everything's about to change.
Literally everything's about to change. This is now going to become a full-time podcast for Retain Finance, okay? All you're going to hear about all day long is the incredible financial services offered to you by Retain Finance.
We are rebranding the podcast to become 100% devoted to how you can provide payments to your clients. Easy, low payments, monthly payments. I am honestly waiting for the worlds to collide when my actual clients realize that I have this totally trashy other life, and they listen to this podcast, and I lose all credibility in the eyes of the true
you're never going to lose. You're only going to gain credibility in the wide breadth of subjects you know about. But I actually have to tell you, Dad paid you a very sweet compliment, false but nice compliment last night.
Oh God. Okay.
Just kidding. He was saying that when you guys were first kind of starting Retain, that you would talk to financial people or men at banks. Women don't work at banks.
Accurate.
He would just be talking to people in the industry, right? And he said, I could not believe how articulate she was, like the most articulate person, so polished when she was speaking to these people. And I'd Dad was kind of acting like he didn't really know totally what you were talking about, but I mean, I'm sure he did to some degree, but I feel like I'm butchering this compliment to you, but he was just talking about how wonderful and how proud he was of you when you were getting the business up off the ground and how just polished and articulate you were.
That is so nice. That is very, very kind.
Yeah, it was like we were talking about me, and then all of a sudden he was just like, Lauren, I gotta say, when we started Retain with Lauren, I was just like, what? We're literally okay. I have a few stories about Mom and Dad. We can save that for later on in the episode. But I just had to tell you that before I forgot.
Wait, that is so cute and so nice. So thank you. That makes me feel really good.
Well, I just want you to know that the reason why I sound so chipper, thanks for asking, is because I have had about 3/4 of my coffee and the will to live is starting to seep back into my veins.
Right.
Do you know what that feeling is like? I don't know if you ever get this, but I will have moments of intense dread, first thing in the morning or
Correct.
Sunday night. I'm going to get to that later with my resolutions. And then I will have when I drink coffee or maybe, let's say once I've taken a Percocet, where the dread really starts to, more on that later on the Patreon, where the dread starts to really leave my body and will enters. And so I just want you to know that I just had coffee and the will to live and the will to get through this Tuesday, my first Tuesday back at work after what feels like a month-long break. That was so nice. It's back. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but it's back right now.
Well, it's so funny because I do feel that when I wake up, I completely agree. It's almost like the world is a dark place. Literally the sky is still black.
Yeah.
Black as my soul. And as I sip coffee, it's almost like there's a horizon inside my brain and the sun starts to peek in. And it's like by the end of the caffeination, the sun is shining in my soul. There is sunshine within my soul today. Okay, I'm basically singing that song. I've gone from complete dread at my mere existence to there's sunshine in my soul today.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, honestly, I I came back to New York and it's so fudging cold here. It's like, it's probably not even that cold for people who like live here all the time, but like for me, it's like 19 degrees and it is a bitter cold. Okay. It is so
Ugh.
chilly. And so I had to, get dressed, go find coffee because I don't have any groceries at my apartment. And I was just literally like, why the hell did I move here? Like, yeah, Ben's great, but like, I don't know why I did this. Like, I never want to be this cold ever. And the fact that I like now have to be this cold like for at least 4 to 5 months. And then like literally as I'm sipping my coffee, as I'm back in my apartment, back in my bed, I'm just like, it's all possible. I can live here forever. I can have a
Right.
great life. I can start a cookie making business,
Oh
where I
gosh.
just
Do you realize, can I
the
just say though,
possibilities
like
are endless.
one thing that I think was probably really difficult for our early listeners
Yeah.
was hearing me be like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna start a cookie business." Like, I lost my job after the pandemic. I got fired, laid off, whatever. So now I'm gonna start this cookie delivery service. And then to go from that to be like, I'm starting a finance lending company. Like, what are you talking about? Like just expecting our listeners to nod their heads and be like, "Oh yeah, totally sounds
Lauren,
reasonable."
if anyone could do it, it's you. I mean, honestly, when you were gonna do your cookie business, do we have a name for that, by the way? I wish we had a name.
Yeah,
Did we have a name?
fresh homemade cookies.
Fresh homemade cookies.
I had the
Very literal.
Instagram account.
Very literal. Oh my gosh. Please tell me you still have it. Please tell me you
I
still
do.
have
I
it.
still have fresh
Okay,
homemade
good. We
cookies.
need to have fresh homemade cookies. We should be like reposting Pop Apologists episodes on fresh homemade cookies so that it looks like people are constantly like loving our episodes. Anyways, that's another
Honestly.
business strategy for 2022. No, but when you were doing fresh homemade cookies, you had it down to a science. You had it down to a, I will say, financial science. So, it was
Well,
always there.
it was truly like I look back at that and I think honestly I was such an idiot. First of all, like I was like I like baking. So I made the critical error that we
Mm-hmm.
all do, which is like I enjoy doing this thing for 30 minutes once every
Right.
2 months. And I feel pure joy while I'm doing it. So why don't I turn it into my full-time career and means of sustenance and existence in this world? Like how I get by. Like everyone does that. Everyone does that. And then they realize like, no, wait, I
No,
don't want to start a restaurant
nobody
and be a
wants to.
restaurateur. I just want to go out to eat, you
So,
know? I don't
okay.
need to become a florist and like, schlep a bunch of greenery and shrubs everywhere. I just want beautiful florals in my home. You guys, it's a big
Okay,
error we all need
I
to
just want
get away from.
I just remember you talking about how you could make deliveries. You could go as far as Irvine or something, and you could make it lucrative by zigzagging all around town. Then I remember you also were like, I wonder what this is going to drive up my gas prices in my house too, because my oven's going to be going all day long.
That's the worst part about it is I really took it really seriously. I'm like,
Yes,
no, this is gonna be huge.
yes.
My homemade cookie business is where my homemade cookie business where I bake the cookies in my own home and then deliver them to
In your own
your
car,
door
in my leased car that I have a mileage limit on.
in my own vehicle while they're still warm. Okay, that was like the value proposition. Um, this I'm going to become rich from, and it was like it
Meanwhile,
took me.
oh, go ahead.
Well, it took me doing all of the math. Like, it took me
Hmm.
actually running some quick numbers to be like, I will have to do 500 deliveries again, or 500 deliveries a day, purchase 10 ovens, essentially become like get an industrial sized kitchen, become Hermione Granger and be able to be 100 places at once in order to even get
I,
to the income I used to have at Stance where I
I'm
worked before.
literally picturing you. I can picture this so clearly in my brain. You on your sectional with an Excel tab open, with your head in your hands, like with a blanket and lotion right next to you, just experiencing this hard truth. Oh my gosh, I can paint that picture. It's burned in my brain.
Honestly, when my startup failed, I will never forget that moment. Sitting on my sectional, truly running the hard numbers. I mean, like, even if I just use my current manpower, my current human manpower, my current car power and my current one oven power,
Yeah.
I can probably get to $9,000 a year. I can probably get to $9,000 a year.
Oh, sis.
Anyway, but
You and Adam Newman have a lot to commiserate about, truly.
who is Adam Newman?
The guy who started WeWork.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was like, is that the dressing man? Anyway, was
Bijan?
like
No.
Newman's dressing, Newman's own. Like, did he first
Paul
start
Newman?
his kitchen? Paul Newman.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for bringing up, one of my failures.
Hey, let's ground ourselves in reality before we make any resolutions, okay?
Thanks for bringing up Fresh Homemade Cookies, Chapter 11. Thanks a lot. Ugh. The good thing is that I didn't go out and spend like 20 grand on credit
Honestly,
to like make my dreams come true.
Totally. Like
an investment in my future business.
I could see you taking out like a home equity line or I don't know, some bullshit to make Fresh Homemade Cookies work. So I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, thank goodness. Anyway,
Okay.
what's going on? What's going on, Jan?
So I have to tell you about Mom and Dad being here. Okay.
Yes.
They're probably going to listen to this and they can love it. They can listen and love. 2 quick stories. Nothing crazy. We've had a lovely visit. It has been very cold, which I do feel bad.
You feel bad? You're taking on the guilt of it being cold in January in New York? That's like your fault?
There's more trauma involved in that. Basically, I live far away from them. We live on opposite coasts now. And because they are unvaccinated, should we not say that?
No. We can
bring
say
it up. Mention it all. Mention it all.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is our reality. They're proud of the fact that they're not vaccinated. That's their truth. We're in a good place. Anyways, okay. So they're here. And because they aren't vaccinated, we have to eat outdoors, which is like on the first day they were here, it was actually like 50 degrees. It was so warm. It was amazing. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. It's not going to be terrible. And then yesterday, the temperature just like fully dropped. And now it's like in the 20s. Right. So cold. So we go to dinner with Ben and it's like their first time actually having dinner, just the two of us and them. Every time he's been around them, it's just been like with the whole family. So they're like, there's a little bit riding on this. Like, I just want them to be like, happy and engaged. And, I want it to be a good dinner. Well, it was a good dinner, but let me just tell you how Dad kicked it off. Because it's so cold outside. I sit down. Ben's not there yet. We're sitting outside and Dad's like, it's so cold. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Like you can scoot closer to the heating lamp. Like, do you want to go to a bodega and get like a beanie or something? Or like, I don't know, go find one of those like shops. And so he's like, okay, I'll go find something. And then like comes back like 2 minutes later. It's like, it's too far away. So then Dad's just like miserable because he's so cold. So by that time, Ben is now arriving. Ben sits down and Dad's like, whew, it's pretty cold. Gonna be a fast dinner. We're literally the first words out of his mouth to Ben. Like our first dinner, just the four of us.
Oh my gosh.
And Mom and I just look at each other and we're just like, ugh. And yeah, Dad was basically, Dad had very bad manners that night. And Ben didn't care, obviously. But anyways, so that happened.
Dad is a funny one to be at meals with. Like many times he will break into when we're having a full conversation. He'll just interrupt it with something completely off topic. Like he's not even listening to what we're talking about. No. It's just like he's ready to talk about like something the latest Orange Theory splat point challenge he's doing. Exactly. And we're just like, wait, Dad, like we were just talking about
follow
like what
the thread. Yeah. He needs to learn the art of a segue. Honestly. We should find him a book or something. But yeah, like he also is a little bit particular about cuisines. Like Mom is pretty open. Mom will eat like, a lot of things. But Dad actually only wants to eat like steak, fish, burgers. So like Dad only wants like modern American food. Cause like
there's no sushi happening.
So no sushi happening, no Thai, no Japanese, like no Indian, like nothing. The problem is that like I want to show them New York and I want them to enjoy all the delicious food. So the first night they're there, we go to this like random Italian place and that Dad like found. So we go there and then apparently the next morning he dragged Mom back to that same place again. Like a very just like medium good Italian place. And I'm
Okay.
like, you're literally in New York City and you're going to go eat at the same medium good place twice in a row. That's like honestly not that good. It was fine. Dad, if you're listening, it was totally fine, but it was just hilarious. So then like I have to call around and see what places will like take us and their outdoor seating. And some places like require proof of vaccination even to sit outdoors because they're
Right.
kind
This
of like
is like this
indoor outdoor.
new
So
logistical burden on you.
yeah, it was I told them. And so anyways, the trauma is that because we live so far away now, I'm worried that if they don't have a good time on this trip, that they won't come back to visit me, which is like my
Right.
own thing that I'm worried about. So I just said to them finally yesterday, I was like, please promise me you'll come back in the spring when it's a little bit more enjoyable to eat outside.
Right.
And when when I'm like not having to go to work and when I'm just like a little bit more in the headspace to like host. I think hosting is also just like so hard. But they were going to stay in Times Square at the Marriott in Times Square. And I was just like, absolutely not. I will not be trekking down to literally
Ugh.
the armpit of New York every single
Right.
day.
Right.
So luckily I convinced them to get like a hotel that's like near the bottom of Central Park. So it's like closer to me. Anyways,
Okay, Chandler, I was filming a little vlog the other day, trying to get into
mhm.
vlogging. And it was just funny because do you want to know what was sitting right beside my bathtub when I was sharing my kind of get ready with me moment?
Oh, this is an easy one. This is a softball for me. You had probably one or two empty cans of Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein.
It was yesterday's clear protein. Okay, sitting next to the bathtub that I did enjoy in the bath, everyone. I love Clean Simple Eats Clear Protein. I'll tell you why. It's an easy way to get 20 grams of clean grass-fed whey protein for a simple 90 calories. You grab it from your fridge. You're not messing up a blender. I love this stuff. I have cases delivered each month. I drink it for the taste, but the protein is a benefit. So it's so delicious. Clean Simple Eats, they also have amazing protein powders if you are ready to mess up your blender.
In the wintertime, I love to do a little chocolate milk situation with my Clean Simple Eats. Okay, I do a little bit of the Fairlife milk, and then I do a scoop of the chocolate brownie batter. It's perfection.
You guys go to cleansimpleeats.com, use code PopApologist20 for 20% off your order. That's cleansimpleeats.com, code PopApologist20.
Every single day, I wake up and I make sure that I get hydrated because when I'm hydrated, everything just works better. My energy, my mood, my focus. That's why Drip Drop is a non negotiable part of my day. Drip Drop is doctor developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. It creates a precise ratio of electrolytes and glucose for rapid absorption, delivering 3 times the electrolytes and half the sugar of leading sports drinks. So you actually feel the results fast. It's trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro teams because it's engineered to rehydrate you faster and more effectively than water alone. And it tastes great. There are 16 original flavors and 8 zero sugar options. I have to tell you that I am literally sipping on a Drip Drop hydration drink right now. I love the berry flavor and the orange. I'm also looking to try the watermelon. I use Drip Drop daily, and the subscription makes it easy so I'm never without it. Right now, Drip Drop is offering podcast listeners 20% off your first order. Go to dripdrop.com and use promo code POP. That's dripdrop.com, promo code POP for 20% off. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code POP. I chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives me data most people never get and the insights to start doing something about it. Inside Function, you get access to test over 160 labs annually, from hormones to toxins to markers of heart health. For an additional fee, you can also access MRI and chest CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. It's a near 360-degree view to better see what's happening in your body. That's why top health leaders like Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, and Dr. Jeremy London are all behind Function. This time of year, I find myself wanting to give something that actually matters, something with real impact, and Function is just that. Giving someone clarity about their health is something they can use all year long. Most gifts fade, but this one helps loved ones stay healthy. Own your health for $365 a year. That's $1 a day. Learn more and join using our link. Visit www.functionhealth.com/popapologists or use gift code popapologist25 for a $25 credit towards your membership.
Okay, last little story. Mom just is like, she's been so great, but she had a few little New York microaggressions the first day she got here. Okay.
Okay.
Here
we go.
So we're just like walking down. She like insisted that we go like near Times Square in the middle of a pandemic on New Year's Eve because she was like just wanted to be in the area. So we had like just gotten off the plane. She's like, let's go down there. So we like drop our stuff at the hotel, and we're like walking down, 8th or whatever, and it's probably like a 10-block walk. And while as we're walking down, she's just like, so do you feel safe here?
Some people say it'd be in Puerto Rico. Anyway, go ahead.
No, but it is like a little, and it's so honest. I know it's coming from a good place, but I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I feel safer here than I felt in San Francisco. I feel like there's always people around, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So that was funny. And then she goes, just totally sincere, sweet. She goes, hey, are the trash people on strike?
Oh my gosh. Wait, that's hilarious.
And I'm like, no, it's just always like this. Like there's just always garbage bags like everywhere on the sidewalk.
Right.
So then also mom got approached by like several men while we were walking.
Wait, like approached, like
Yes.
in what way?
Like approached.
No.
Yeah. So like one guy was like, hey, little mama. And then like to mom as she was like walking, and she's like, hey. And then that's the best part. Mom like engages. So
Yeah,
and then
right.
like as we're leaving Shake Shack that night, mom's like, this guy's like, hey, what are you getting into later tonight?
Stop.
And I'm just like, I then immediately just like walk like 10 paces ahead. I'm like, I can't do this right now. I don't want to do this. But she's like, what are you getting into later tonight? New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh.
Mom's like, I don't know. She's like, she's so cute. And I can tell she's kind of messing with him, but also sincere. She's like, I don't know, probably reading my scriptures and saying some prayers.
Oh my gosh. Wait, she is so cute.
I know. But and then she just like walked for like several blocks with him. I just love
talking to him?
Yes, yeah. Dad just like
Mom
doesn't care at all.
Oh no. Mom, okay, one thing I will say about mom is 60, like looks really good.
Yeah,
like,
she looks amazing. And also she's just like so she's so energetic.
Charming.
Like the energy that mom has is like really amazing to me. Even like when we've just like spent some days together, I'm just like, I think I just kind of want to like I just don't want to talk, or I feel like the lame one, and mom's just like I don't know where she gets it, but I love
she's
that
very dazzling, and like she
Yes.
has this like charm that like for you and me, if we're in public, if we're dealing with like retail employees, I think we're polite and nice, but we're not like ready to turn on the charm, like get some jokes rolling. Like we're ready to get our stuff done and talk to as few people as possible. Mom's the opposite.
Right.
She's like, oh yeah, let me walk with you for a few blocks, you guys sexually harassing me.
Totally.
Like, let's get to know each other. Maybe I can tell you about a wonderful book called The Book of Mormon.
It's insane to me.
She's not jaded.
She's not jaded. Exactly. She's not jaded, and she's just like happy to be a person in the world, just like chatting with different people. She's never like I guess she never seems exhausted by it.
Right.
Anyways, it's been very fun to have them, and they have promised to come back. And every time I've been like, are you hating it? Are you still miserable? She's like, no, I'm having a fabulous time. She like, went and walked around the Nordstrom yesterday, got some shopping in. So it's all good.
Well, this is a sidebar, but really the only thing that our family truly likes to do on vacation is go out to eat.
Yeah.
Like, so I think we should do like we should do a spring New York trip as a family every year.
Be so fun. I think that would be amazing.
We can all get ourselves there easily.
Right.
Hotels are not that expensive.
No. And mom and dad booked theirs with points this time around.
And then the best part is like we can just do what we like to do and go to great restaurants.
Right.
And also shop and have fun.
Okay, so I need to talk to you about Yellowstone, Lauren.
Yes. Okay, moving on from mom and dad.
Moving on. As you know, I've been watching Yellowstone for the past couple of months. I've been telling you I think you should watch it.
Right.
Ben and I like caught up through all the seasons, and now we're like, caught up to the rest of the world, and the finale was last night. All right. And I have some like gathered thoughts on the television program now. Okay. First of all, I want you to know that this is the most watched show on television. I spoke to somebody high up at Disney. Yes. I spoke to somebody high up at Disney. Okay. High up. His name is Joe Peacock. And anyways, he let me in on a little secret, and that is that if it's not the most, I think he said it was the most watched show on television, or he said it was one of the most. It's very, very popular. Okay. And I like it. I really like it.
I think we all have got that message.
Okay.
But continue.
I like Kevin Costner. I think he's kind of sexy. I like watching stunning landscape scenes of, sun-kissed mountains. It's actually filmed a little bit in Utah, but it's supposed to be Montana. I also, admittedly on this podcast, I've talked about this. I like cowboys. You and I both have an affinity for a man of the land, impeccably donned in Carhartt.
Correct.
But this show is making me lose my fantasy.
Why? Don't do this to me.
I know. I don't want to do this to you, but I think it's maybe a critical part of me growing up right now.
No.
I'm growing up.
What?
Right
No,
on this
don't do this to
podcast.
me. Do not do this to
Because-
me. The archetype of like the stable cowboy,
So
like man of the land, husband.
let me tell you why. Okay. Because while it is a good show, it's also just pretty bad. Like the writing is just so bad. And some of the
Okay.
writing is good, but like I would say 60% of it is like pretty cheesy. For example, last night, like there's so much
60%.
60%.
You're shilling a show to our audience that is 60% cheesy.
Yes, because I still think it's still worth it. And also like I'm so desperate for TV that like that's like a drama. Like I'll basically take anything.
Okay.
There's so much like hammed up cowboy talk that sometimes like I literally have to cover my eyes because I'm cringing so much. Like
okay.
last night's episode, the finale of season 4. Okay, this show has just only gained in popularity. The finale. One of the cowboys leaves the Dutton Ranch, and as he's like saying his goodbyes, literally the final line that some writer cooked up was, "Cowboys don't say goodbye; they say see you later."
Wait, is this who says this? Like the narrator?
No, one of the other cowboys to the cowboy who's leaving the Dutton Ranch.
He references like in a very meta way. Cowboys don't say goodbye; they say see you later.
Yes, that's the line.
Oh,
And that like passed through screenwriters and like yeah,
right.
like so cringy. Ben honestly wanted to like pause it and just like take a minute to digest how terrible that line was.
Right.
And I'm just like, this is the best we can do. Like this is literally the most watched show on television, and that's what they're writing. Okay, so that's like one element to it. The other issue that I struggle with is about every other episode, there's extensive scenes of farmer core, okay? Where
that sounds hot to me.
that's what you think. You think farmer core sounds hot. It's not. It's like farmers doing their hobbies, okay, which is not hot, I've realized. I don't want to see a farmer doing their hobbies because it's like
no, like
10 to 15 minutes of rodeo watching. Like watching a horse chase a cow or bull, and it's like they're like long scenes because they like the show is for people who like watching that stuff, or I find it beautiful. They like watching a horse do trucks and trailers. Oh
no,
and it's usually accompanied by a country music song like this. I'm gonna play it for you.
Oh gosh,
okay, Lauren, this is the song that's accompanying the scenes of farmer core, rodeo watching, a horse chasing a cow or a bull or something.
I'd be lying if I tried to tell you I don't think about you.
Wait, singing for the rodeo?
Lord knows we had a few.
Okay. This could have been an amazing song, except it's about a rodeo. Hey, please turn it off. Can we turn it off?
Okay,
this honestly makes me angry. This honestly makes me angry because Tim McGraw's voice is stunning.
It's not Tim McGraw. It's not Tim McGraw. It's a sound-alike named Cody Johnson.
Okay, honestly,
I will also say I found this song to be kind of stirring in the moment. I actually
stirring for sure.
right. I mean, it gets pretty good.
Talking about
literally
a rodeo.
Until he's talking about a rodeo. It's called the song is called Dear Rodeo.
That's the problem. That's where the fantasy of the cowboy husband really breaks down.
Yes.
Because what you think the hobbies of a cowboy is like riding a horse.
Let me tell you.
20 miles into the country, finding a river where they can read Tolstoy by.
Exactly.
And then on the way home, chopping wood with which they will burn a fire and make love to you in front of. Like that's
exactly what I'm saying.
The country life I thought has in store.
No. See, what I'm getting on the show is not what I came here for. And I think the show is showing me a little too much of the country lifestyle.
Right.
like you're saying, I prefer my cowboys passionately in love, feeling the soil with their calloused hands, or thoughtfully looking up at the sky. I don't want to see
Right,
cowboy
exactly.
hobbies, and I guess that's just too much to ask.
Honestly, it was just like when I flew to Virginia and saw the reality of Virginia. I won't tell that story again. I will save you. One day maybe I'll retell it if people want me to. Chandler's like, no one wants you to. I do not want to do that
No,
story again.
retell it.
Maybe I'll tell it another time. Anyway, yes, that's a dark moment when you realize that your agrarian man of the land fantasies are just that. Okay, should we move on though before we thoroughly depress our listeners?
Yes, let's move on before they think this is another Songs That Stir Us episode.
Yes, this is not. No need to trigger anyone's PTSD. Okay, I want to talk to you this week about David Foster's Instagram post about Katharine McPhee.
Okay.
So David Foster posted a picture of Katharine McPhee looking extremely svelte, like hip bones jutting out, in a bikini, stomach not a stretch mark within sight.
Yeah.
Just looking very thin.
Yeah.
And the caption is, of course, a music emoji.
Which is so fucking weird. Excuse my French.
Which is so weird. It's like he has to remind you that he's a music producer.
Yeah.
Like with every single caption. And it's like, we all know
David. I want to crucify this man. I hate this man. Go on.
Okay, but so this is the caption. He writes, music emoji that's totally irrelevant. Then what baby? Exclamation point. All right. I would love to talk to you about this because it sent everyone into an uproar. This went viral. People were really pissed. And I want your thoughts.
Well, I want your thoughts first.
Okay, here are my thoughts. I think it's fine to post thirst traps of your partner. In fact, I personally think that's one of the failings in my current relationship. Kagan has never posted a thirst trap of me. One time I sent a picture of myself in a bikini in Mexico, to him. And he literally asked me, he's like, do you send me those because you want me to post them? And of course I did. But I was like, no, definitely not. And that was when I learned that he would never post my thirst traps. I would have to post them.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I guess Katharine McPhee's relationship doesn't suffer from the same failing, but here's what I don't like about this.
Yeah.
Now that I've got that out of the way.
Yeah.
The problem with this, and I think the reason why everyone is valid in finding this to be and finding this post to be, I don't want to use the term problematic because it's one of my least favorite words of all time.
What about triggering or gaslighting? Some other great terms.
Here's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I do think Katharine McPhee posted like her own rebuttal to everyone's criticisms and told everyone to basically F off.
Yeah.
And that her husband loves her in her body and everyone just needs to chill out and who cares. Which I actually did think was a little bit gaslighty.
Yeah.
Because this is what the message of this picture.
Yeah, I've got many thoughts.
The part about it that's gross, and I think that truly is not cool, is the what baby caption. Because what it is saying is what I want to celebrate is the fact that my wife looks like she never had a kid.
Yeah.
Like the goal of every woman and then what we should celebrate is having no mark of ever having actually been pregnant. Not only do women have to bear the burden of continuing the human race, but then we need to bear no mark that we ever actually did that. And that I think is what is so incredibly just frankly damaging and not a cool message to push out, especially by a dude who's just like seriously of the boomer patriarchal gross generation.
A dude who's fathered like 18 kids.
Right, exactly.
Lauren
Foster in her book said that he liked her very thin. Like
David likes me very skinny.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lauren, I totally agree. I think there's nothing wrong with posting a hot picture of your spouse, of your person, whatever. The caption is so gross. He has so many children that he's fathered. He's also just like, the problem is that he is just kind of a gross guy. He does not strike me as someone who has like, you know, a lot of like love and endearment for like women who have like borne his children, because he clearly leaves them the minute that they, you know, diminish in any way to him. And it's just super gross. And I think the other issue with this post, and I think Catharine's rebuttal, is that she's talked openly about having an eating disorder.
Right.
And struggling in that way. And her fans know that. And that's what I saw a lot in the comments was like her fans saying, hey, you've talked about this before. And this just really pushes like a super negative message onto women.
Right.
Like if
Exactly.
that you are someone who struggled with this before, but that you have clearly no problem with perpetuating this idea that women are expected to literally bounce back from having a baby to perfection.
Right.
You know? And it's just like, I don't know. He's not a family man. And there's nothing I like more than a family man. And he's just like super gross.
Yeah. There's nothing more delightful, Chandler, than enjoying a television show or a meal with an early bird gummy. Okay? All of a sudden, the flavors are more delicious. The jokes are funnier. Your company is more enjoyable, to be totally honest. It's the combination of 12.5 milligrams CBD and 2.5 milligrams THC that I think gives this warm, gooey, melty body feeling that also helps me have an amazing night's sleep.
Yes. Speaking of which, I have had a few of those crazy middle of the night wake ups that are related to my cycle. Just leave it at that. And early bird helps me fall back to sleep. Like I cannot overstate how important it is to have a solution when you wake up at 3 a.m. and can't fall back to sleep.
Literally, Kagan many times will be like, where are the gummies before bed?
Everyone, go to earlybirdcbd.com to pick up a bottle of Early Bird CBD. They are the best gummies. We love them so much. Use code PA20 for 20% off your order. Everywhere you look right now, people are talking about weight loss medications at brunch, in group chats, even at the doctor's office. And it can feel overwhelming trying to figure out what's actually right for you. That's where Hers comes in. Hers is transforming women's healthcare by connecting you with a medical provider who works with you to determine the best weight loss treatment option for your goals, lifestyle, and budget. If prescribed, medication is provided along with a doctor-developed weight loss program, complete with ongoing care, check-ins, dosage adjustments, and access to 24/7 online support at no additional cost. No hidden fees and no membership fees. So if you've been struggling with your weight loss journey, it's time for you to find the best option that works for you through Hers. Whether you want to lose weight, grow thicker, fuller hair, or find relief for anxiety, Hers has you covered. Visit forhers.com/apologist to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's FORHERS.com/apologist, forhers.com/apologist. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded drug products are not approved or evaluated for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. See website for full details, important safety information, and restrictions. Actual price depends on product and plan purchased. Okay, it's December 23rd, and let's all be honest with ourselves. We tried to be the girl who shopped early, wrapped early, and had the perfect bow on everything. But life happened. December evaporated, and now we're staring at our gift list like, oh no. But here's the good news. Macy's has gifts that feel thoughtful, personal, and not at all like you bought them 48 hours before Christmas. They've curated gifts by persona, category, and even price. It's like having Santa as your Christmas helper. For your fitness-obsessed someone, Nike high-waist leggings, the Garmin Vivo Active 6, or the Sun 2 Race 2 GPS watch. For your jet setter friend who lives at the airport, the Samsonite Weekender duffels and G-Shock watches are so good. And for any man in your life obsessed with fragrances, Macy's has cologne gift sets that are wrapped and ready to gift. Also, don't forget the Macy's Great Gift Sale event is going on now until December 24th. Save 30 to 60% on the best gifts that won't disappoint. We have 10 days of gift curations with last-minute gifts for kids, for her, and for him. Shop now at Macys.com or in store.
Okay, another thing that we should just continue man-hating, Steve Lodge's engagement. So I want to touch on this briefly. Steve Lodge was dating Vicky Gunvalson, I think, for 4 years. They broke up, and within 3 or 4 months, he is now engaged to a 37-year-old. He is 63. She's an elementary school teacher. And he posted, or he gave a statement to people. He gave a statement to people that said, I did ask Janice, his new girlfriend, on December 20th if she would become Mrs. Steve Chavez Lodge, and she happily agreed. Where did the self-esteem go for modern women? That's my question. Like, why?
I don't know. Orange County is like a different
Steve Lodge
beast.
is either rich or attractive either.
No.
It doesn't make any sense. This one doesn't, like, my brain cannot compute.
No. I mean, it's disgusting. This man is so depressing. I mean, he along with like Harry Dubin, Tom D'Agostino or whatever, like they're all just so gross. Tom Luann's ex is also re-engaged. He also got engaged on New Year's Eve, and Bravo historian,
the
I think,
anniversary of
posted.
their wedding.
Yeah, and Bravo historian was like, wow, this man really loves New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh.
They're just like, all these men are so gross.
Honestly, my favorite part of the Steve Lodge engagement is him asking Janice if she would become Mrs. Steve
Right.
Chavez Lodge. Like, can you imagine if when Kagan proposed to me, he said, "Will you become Mrs. Kagan James Atkinson?" It's like, what?
Will you just become another part of my identity?
It's just the most narcissistic way to
Right.
propose to someone or to issue
Right.
a statement about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has
yeah.
nothing to do basically with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, this is another divorce that is pending before they're
Okay.
even married.
Okay.
Okay.
What's next? Should we talk about our resolutions?
Oh yeah. Okay, so Chan, it is a new year. Let's talk about our resolutions. I'm very interested to hear yours. Go for it.
I honestly only have one that I'm pretty serious about. All the other ones are kind of half-hearted. You know, they're the classic ones. Spend more money more intentionally. Read all the
Right.
books that I haven't read in my bookshelf.
Right. Stop being
But
a
I think
book collector and be a reader.
right, exactly. Okay, that was really rude.
That was
But
not meant for you.
basically,
That was just like a general, or even toward myself.
no, it's fair. It's true. I've realized that I have this one pain point of my life. You know, I don't have a lot of pain points, thankfully, but I do have one, and that is the Sunday Scaries. I don't know if it's PTSD from my job or if it's just being a millennial, but like, you know, basically a quarter of my weekend is usually ruined by the dread for Monday. Okay.
Right. Right.
Love my job. I feel extremely grateful for it. Yada, yada, yada. That being said, no matter what, I'm like never ready for Monday. And this like is literally like takes a toll on my whole weekend because I never make plans for Sunday night because I know I'm going to be kind of moody. And so I just like try to do everything in my power. Like I say no to everything because I just want to be like at home nesting, essentially like emotionally preparing myself.
Is that really what it is? Like, are you just trying to get ready for the week ahead? So like you have laundry done and you're organized and it doesn't feel like chaos coming into
it's
Monday?
like that.
Or
Like
is
I
it
think
truly like just meditating for 4 hours?
no, it's like that. Like I think like for me, if I have an organized space, I feel it's like a mood enhancer for me. If my space is organized and my apartment is clean and I have like done all my tasks and checked off all my silly little boxes. And so like that's one easy way for me to like boost my mood. So like that's what I try to spend that time doing. But it's just not enough. It's not working because like, you know, basically yesterday starting at 1 p.m., I was just like, I want to be at home. Like I don't want to be doing anything else. And so anyways, I got to figure out like a new ritual or something. I need to either like start doing drugs or I don't know, find some new way to make this like millennial problem more manageable. That's one of my resolutions.
I don't know how to help you here on that one.
Great.
I've even when I've had jobs that I haven't enjoyed, I don't feel like maybe it's just been so long. I don't know. I don't.
Even fresh homemade cookies never gave you this?
No, I've never experienced this before. I hope this is something you can work through, especially because you like your job now. And
right. I just don't like working.
Yeah.
That's the issue. I think the problem is like no matter what, a job is like my time is no longer my own.
Right.
It's like now there's demands on my time, and that is just really like something I do not look forward to. And I think this weekend was especially bad because it was coming off of like a very long break. But I need to like either go to like a workout class or like I said, take drugs or something because it's not working.
I tried to come up with resignations, you guys, because last year we did New Year's resignations, which was basically like instead of resolutions, it was giving up on all your hopes and dreams and accepting the person you'd become.
Yep.
But I realized that I gave up on everything last year. There wasn't much left to resign myself to. So anyway, my resolution this year, my primary one is to go all in on work.
Okay.
It's to really, really dive into working, travel less for sure, and to really devote myself to my Pop Apologists and my other business and really turbocharge both of them. So hopefully that is something that, you know, results in a lot more Instagram activity for everyone, a lot more content that you guys really enjoy.
I cannot wait to see you double down.
So that brings me to my other resolution, Chandler, which is I am also not only doubling down on work, but I'm doubling down on work in the home. I think that I moved to Puerto Rico and I went from really being a very much like a caretaking partner. I used to cook dinner all the time, really very nurturing in that way. I loved it. And then I moved to PR. And for some reason, I think I couldn't do any sort of like HelloFresh system. I had Instacart doesn't exist here. I don't have a car, and it just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
In terms of that, I stopped cooking, and I really want to cook again.
Yeah. I want you to cook again.
I love it. I love doing it.
Right.
And
You're a wonderful cook.
Thank you. So that is my New Year's resolution. I did begin work on this resolution yesterday, and can I tell you how that went?
Yes. Tell me how's your first day going?
Okay, so yesterday I compiled my long list of groceries from 4 different recipes. I looked through my home to see what I had. I was very organized, and I went to the local grocery store. They had about 60% of the ingredients I needed. So I walked home with all those groceries and I put them away. And then I Ubered to a further away grocery store, which had, I would say, another 20% of the groceries I needed.
Okay.
So then I walked to another grocery store and they had maybe a few more. Anyway, I went to 5 different grocery stores, probably walked an hour around San Juan to procure all the different ingredients I needed for the 4 meals I'm planning on making this week. I get to my final grocery store, finally have everything or adequate substitutes thereof.
Yeah.
And I'm leaving the store. And
how many hours into this journey are you?
First of all, let me say it's 80 degrees in Puerto Rico. It's hot. I'm sweating. It's gross walking around. And I'm probably a good 4 hours into this journey. Several Uber car rides.
Yeah.
I'm also $300 into groceries.
Yeah. Okay.
When you're first starting out, and I'm hoping that it gets a lot cheaper, but you gotta buy every single, herb that's needed. You gotta buy everything new.
Right.
So a lot of staples I didn't have, so that's probably why it was so expensive. Anyway, I'm at my final grocery store. I have my final bag of groceries. It's a brown paper bag. I decided to kind of just pile in my new ingredients on top of the ingredients from the last store I went to, because I didn't want to have another shopping bag.
Yeah.
So I go outside. I called my Uber home, and the Uber driver cannot find me.
Okay.
So I'm walking around the parking lot frantically so he doesn't leave, frantically looking for the gray Toyota Yaris. I find it.
Yeah.
I dash toward it. And at that very moment, the bottom of my paper brown grocery bag splits open, and the artisan $26.99 olive oil I have procured crashes to the cement or the asphalt and breaks all over everything.
Oh, sis.
I'm in front of his car at this point, and I have my AirPods in because I was listening to a podcast. So, and one of my AirPods falls out, goes underneath his car. So I scramble. I get all the groceries kind of in my arms, and I, open the door to his car. I put them on the floor of his car. And then, mind you, the olive oil bottle and jar and broken glass is all splattered in front of his car.
Yeah. So wait, are you cleaning this up at this point, or what?
So I'm and my AirPod is underneath his car. So I'm hey, can you drive 10 feet so that I can get my AirPod? Meanwhile, there's also traffic.
Yeah.
I'm causing congestion in this parking lot.
Right.
So he only speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
So now I'm gesticulating with my body, okay, go this way.
Right.
I need, and I hold up my other AirPod. I need to find my whatever. He kind of gets the picture. He backs up.
He gets the picture.
I proceed to walk in front of his car. I get my AirPod. I walk back, and I fully slip in the olive oil.
No.
And crash to the asphalt, skin both my knees, and rip knee holes in my new Lululemon pants.
I didn't even think you could rip Lululemons.
Yes,
you're kidding.
Yes. Yeah, well, they will rip if you
Yes.
I ate it. Meanwhile, so anyway, I ate it on the asphalt. My hands are like scraped up. It's a total nightmare.
Is he helpful, or what's his mode right now?
He's just like this nice Puerto Rican man who only speaks Spanish, who has no idea
what
like
he signed
why
up
this
for.
like hapless white lady is like, you know, on the floor probably in front of him. He's just has no clue what he signed up for. Anyway, so I am just like a wreck. So I get up, I try to get as much of the olive oil bottle glass like picked up as possible, take it to the nearby trash can. There's still traffic congestion. I'm covered in olive oil. My knees are bleeding. And I get into his vehicle. I get home. He drives me back home. I get up. You know, I take all the loose ingredients in my arms.
Here's my question.
Olive oil and blood covered.
Are you resenting Kagan at any point? Are you like, screw you, Kagan, for making me want to be a wonderful homemaker for you? I did this for you. Like, at this point, I feel like I'd be so frustrated with my day that I would start to then project that frustration onto the people I love in my life.
No, honestly, the opposite. I'm just filled with self-loathing. Like, I just blame myself. Like, I'm like, why are you so incompetent? Why is cooking, which it just seems like a natural part of life, so difficult? Why is it so difficult for you? Why is it so expensive? Why can't you just, why is this so hard? Why does normal life seem so hard?
It's so mean.
Like, it's just like, you'd have total flexibility in your time.
Right.
You should be able to
no excuse.
Cooking a meal every day and keeping a tidy home.
Right.
What is your problem? Right. You know, why do you come home covered in blood and oil to get this done?
Also, are these the Lululemons you just recently got with your money?
My brand new ones.
Yeah.
So I get home and I realize when I've gotten home, as I've, you know, all the loose ingredients, I finally got them on the counter, that I must have set down my other AirPod on top of his car when I looked for the AirPod. Fully, I'm out an AirPod.
No.
This has turned into now a $500 grocery excursion.
You're freaking screwed. Yeah.
That I'm going to be physically scarred from.
Yeah.
Additionally, so let me fast forward you. Yes. So let me fast forward you to the evening portion.
Mm-hmm.
So I dutifully go to make the meal. I'm making a creamy sun-dried tomato chicken pasta for dinner.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
And I realized that I simply just don't have the cooking apparatus to execute the meal as planned.
Okay.
I don't have a large skillet, like a large home skillet. I have one like kind of standard, probably 8-inch cooking pan.
Yeah.
And like a small soup pan. That's it. That's all that came with his apartment.
Yeah.
I just don't have anything. I had bought pans, but they just aren't here yet.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm very serious about this new goal. So I'm like, whatever, I'm going to have to now split this. I'm going to have to finagle this recipe so that this works in these two pans.
Yeah.
Cooking pasta in a frying pan is not advised. If liquid cannot fully cover your pasta, I don't recommend it. It was just, it was such chaos. It like almost caused a fire, like so stressful. My kitchen was a complete disaster. Kagan was like starving and kept coming up and being like, is it almost ready? I'm so hungry. And I'm like,
shut up.
Great. Like, I'm about to start a fire. Like, this isn't even working. Anyway, he had the great idea to put lids on the pans to use the steam to fully cook the noodles, which did actually end up working finally.
That's good. Good for something.
Anyway, it ended up being a delicious meal, I will say, like a truly fabulous recipe that I'm going to send to you because it's really, I think if you have the proper apparatus, an easy recipe and very good.
Yeah.
And I will say this story ends well because we had
lucky?
the sweetest moment. No, we just had like the sweetest moment. And,
really?
And he loved the food, and it really was like a moment of connection for us. And he was so cute. He was just so cute with me afterwards. And his love language is acts of service. I could tell he felt very like taken care of.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, this wasn't necessarily worth it, but this was a good experience. This part was a good experience. So anyway,
that makes me so happy. I'm glad it all ended well because that's truly awful. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy because that sounds so terrible.
Yeah, it was a very expensive day. It was a very expensive day. I don't know how people do it. I guess Instacart and just being rich is how people do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a task. Like I had this like grand idea. Oh, I'm going to like make a delicious dinner this week. And I'm just like, screw it. You can have ground turkey and some tortilla chips.
I honestly feel like you're either making like the Costco bulk, like polygamous family, cheap, gross meals.
Yeah.
No offense to any polygamous listeners, but the meals you see them make on like Sister Wives.
Yeah.
Or
can you imagine that cooking for like a family too?
Yeah. Or you're making like actually good food and it's really expensive.
It's super expensive. And it's also just like, I mean, my kitchen is non-existent. It's essentially a bathroom kitchen. And so it's just like, it's so annoying to cook too, because there's like no counter space.
Right.
It doesn't make, honestly, you have a beautiful kitchen where you can kind of like spread out your stuff and your ingredients and like really enjoy it. But like cooking a big meal at my place is actually, it's like, okay, well, I need to start this meal 6 hours before so that I can like use the counter space for different tasks like separately. And like I need to prep ingredients hours before because I can't prep them all at the same time because I don't have the counter space for that.
Yeah, no, it's not a thing. It's not a thing.
Yeah,
this isn't a cooking phase of your life. This is an eating out in New York phase of your life.
But also, then it's really expensive. So it's just, it all sucks,
Life sucks, you guys. That's the theme of this episode.
Right, literally.
All right. Love you, Jan.
Love you too.
So if you're feeling frugal, stream Pluto TV, stream Pluto TV, stream Pluto TV for free. Stream blockbuster hits like 21 Jump Street, Ted, The Expendables, and so much more on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.